You're now listening to So You Were Saying
with Dora and Lex.
Tune in every Friday for the latest episode.
Stop laughing.
I'm trying.
Hey, guys. I can't. I'm done.
Y'all, I wish. Okay, I just want to, hey, y'all, but let me tell y'all what about to go down. So, Dora, I have been dying for this episode to be recorded. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We have information to share with you guys, and it is happening today. Happy April Fools, by the way. Let's talk about it.
What the hell? Like, that wasn't even our intro.
I don't even care, girl. Get to the point.
I can't. Welcome back to So You Were Saying. I'm your girl, Dora. That's Lex. She crazy. Oh, God. No, how are we
Yes.
What? We're not just going to dive in like that.
Yes, we are. Okay, I'll start. All right, you guys. So, as you guys know, we did a whole season on body image and weight loss and weight gain and la 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 la, right? If you guys tuned in, it was amazing. But anyways, to the point. This is a whole different type of ball game over here. And I'm super excited to announce that Miss Dora is about to take a whole different journey. So she's going to tell you about it. See, you was thinking, you thought I was about to spill the tea. Relax, pump your brakes, spill your own tea. Go ahead. I'm
Lord
so excited.
Jesus. Okay, so
okay,
let's just slow this down because
I'm on 1,000, y'all. Today has been a very good day.
Honestly, like I'm never nervous for these, but I'm nervous
and I'm excited.
But funny enough, obviously by the time that you're watching or listening to this, I always say watching, but listening to this, it would be April 1st.
Yes,
and by this time, I actually would have already had my procedure. So, long story short, ta-da, surprise. So your girl decided to go ahead and get bariatric surgery, specifically bariatric bypass. So for those that don't know, that's in essence when they cut your stomach and reroute it and in essence make it the size of an egg.
A little baby egg.
Yes. And it's known as weight loss surgery. It's one of, I think, 3 or 4 different types that exist, and maybe more. But anyways, that's the one that I decided to get. And it's been a journey.
Yes, it has.
It's been a whole journey because for those that know or for those that don't know, I'm going to explain. It's a whole process, especially because, unfortunately, it's still considered to be an elective surgery unless you have a certain BMI.
Right.
So with that whole situation is there's
oh my God. What? Welcome to season 4, you guys. This is season 4. This is the first episode of season 4, and I'm super excited, guys. Yes, we did body image and all that good stuff, but this is not that. This is going to be very focused and honed in on the
journey,
ins and outs of Dora's journey. And yes, we decided to dedicate this season to her because I felt like I decided, okay, I'm saying, let me live my life. Anyways, I decided that we should dedicate this season to this journey because I have been here since the decision was made. And it has been such a whirlwind of emotions and like ins and outs of just, I should do this, I shouldn't do this, I should do this, I shouldn't do this. And I'm just so excited for her to finally just tell you guys all about it.
Right.
Okay.
So back to my decision. So it involves insurance. And for insurances, even if you qualify based on BMI, insurances want to play that game of, you have to have 6 weigh-ins before you can actually get the surgery. And those 6 weigh-ins are 30 days apart, meaning that you're spending 6 months.
Wait, back up.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Going too far. That's a whole episode within itself, honey. Right now, we're focusing on the how did we get here.
Okay, so I ain't telling y'all that today.
Right now, we just tell them how we got here and why we decided these things for our life. Yes, we're going into the deep, honey. The deep.
Okay, so go back. Erase that from your memory. That is the process.
That is a process. That's a whole different.
But we'll get into that. So, in essence, you mean why I decided to do this?
Yes. Okay. Because again, I know that if you've listened to our podcast before, then you know Dora suffers from binge eating and these things that she's gone through in her life. Yada yada yada. Go listen to the episode if you haven't. Okay, they know that. How did we get here? What was the final decision for you, the decision maker?
That's a great question that I don't even know if I have an actual answer to be completely honest. It's kind of like, honestly, I just want to say I'm tired.
Tell your truth.
I just want to say I was tired. I I've done the yo-yo dieting through so many years, right?
Mhm.
So I've been there where I dropped 50 pounds, I've dropped 80 pounds. And yet you would be thinking like, then sis, why don't you just do it again, right?
Right.
But I'm tired. And at this point also, when you do that so often, I don't want to say so often, but so many times, you also do your body changes. Because then I started realizing with my last journey, which is how I, got my mini following on Instagram, my baby following. Hello, 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, but the way that I was able to achieve that is because I dedicated myself during the pandemic when we were in quarantine, and I said
Mhm.
enough's enough because honestly, it was on my birthday. I had seen myself in a video because Lex brought me a cake for my birthday, and my father took a picture or a video of it, and I was, you could see me from behind and you could see, Lex at the door or whatever, the
Oh my
whole
god, I
thing.
never did see that video. Can I get that? Thank you so
Yes,
much.
I'll send it to you. But that video was horrifying to me.
Mhm.
I saw myself and I was like, "What is going on here? And who is that elephant in
Stop.
on the stairwell?" I was
Stop
like, "I
it.
swear I was standing where she
Stop
what?"
it.
No, but that's
I know that's how you felt mentally, but I'm just like, it's
you said
y'all,
be
it's
honest.
I know, tell your truth.
That's how I felt. I felt like I was, like, displaced and I was watching, like, Miss Peppa Pig times 10 on the video,
You
and I
can't be
was
making
just
comments like this because I'm gonna start cackling again.
just saying, it's the truth. That's how I felt, okay? And then I was like, "No, not no, 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 ma'am, no, sir." And I started going to the gym. I had nothing else to do because we were out of work because of the
Right.
whole quarantine. They didn't want us in in the facility. Um, so then I just dedicated myself and then I started through this whole journey and I would record my workouts and I would, you know, record my personal development that I was doing in the mornings, and then
Mhm.
I was dancing on Instagram, and people liked it, and people started following, and I was like,
Fun
"Yes,
times.
sis is feeling it all." And then sis wasn't feeling it all. Sis got tired, and I, reached a point where I had dropped 50 pounds, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." But again, nutrition is based on maintenance.
Mhm.
If you do not do what you need to do, and especially if you suffer from binge eating, you can gain weight very quickly.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, at a blink of an eye, I realized, oh my God, you're not working out anymore. And you're not walking anymore like you used to. And you're
Mhm.
not counting your calories and paying attention to what you're ingesting. And then all of a sudden, it's like, so you put on 30 pounds. So therefore, my weight loss from 50 pounds went to 20.
I remember when you told me that, I was like, "No, you didn't." He was like, "Yeah,
Yes, I
girl,
did.
I did." I was like,
I did.
And then we did, like, photo,
Mhm.
visuals, and I was like, "Oh, you did?"
Right. She was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh god, you see it too." Right? But that's the thing, but I'm very again, I'm not blaming anybody but myself. I am very conscious of the things that I do, and there are ways that I can stop, and then I get stuck in this rut of me not wanting to do them because I'm lazy. I don't know, but I just get stuck in those ruts and I choose not to do it. And then from there, it's just kinda like I just stayed in that whole time. And then one day, I had stumbled upon and another family member had this procedure done, and I was like, "Well, you're doing well." And honestly, it's not that family members haven't brought this procedure up to me in the past.
Mhm.
They're like, "Have you ever thought about doing this?"
Right.
Because I hear that it works very well, and especially if you're younger in age, people do fabulous, and it
Right.
gives them a completely different, outlook because realistically, you can lose about 80% of your weight within the first year.
Mhm.
And I was like, at that point, I was like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." And partially, I think the reason why I was so against that whole um procedure is because it was permanent.
Mhm.
So you see, when you have this procedure, there's no
There's no
backsies.
backsies.
There's no backsies. Once they cut your stomach, I mean, you can, in essence, like if you're having problems, they can reconnect, but things aren't always, they're not going to function the way
Right,
that
the
they
way that they
used.
used to,
Right.
right.
Because they made a major change to your
Anatomy.
body. Right. And I think that's why it held me back because secretly I wasn't tired of binging. I wasn't
Right.
tired of being in that
Ooh,
position.
we about to get into the sauce. I've never actually heard you admit it out loud, but go ahead.
Right. But I mean, at this stage, I was like, I'm tired. I'm
Mhm.
tired of going back and binging and doing these things. And now I'm like, I became, because I took like that self awareness journey and everything like that, I was very conscious of what I was doing. So it's just like, it's a weird parallel when you binge eat.
Yeah.
You're eating and and like you're not tabulating how much you're eating, but
Mhm.
at the same time, like once you are aware that you're binging, you're also like this outside third person watching
Watching
yourself
yourself binging,
and
yeah.
you're like, "Girl,
What are you
stop.
doing?
Like that's enough. No, you did not bring out that bag of chips." And it's weird because it sounds like psychotic, but I can't explain it in any other way because that's just how my brain functions.
Right.
So it's just like as I'm doing these things, I'm very conscious of the fact it's just like you're killing yourself.
Mhm.
Like please alert, excuse me. Like we know, like stop eating. You hear me? Like, and that's what's playing
'Cause
in
it's
my
the voice
head.
in your
Right.
head.
And it's just like in my head. And secretly, like here am I binging. I was like, I don't hear her. I don't hear.
I'm laughing not because of what she's saying per se, but she's very animated. So she's like over here like fake feeding herself and like tapping on the mic and she's like, "Yeah, I got the bag of chips." So it makes it very funny. Okay.
Right.
It's not a funny thing, but for her it's we're laughing.
It's just reflecting is funny. While it's going, it's really like,
It's
no,
not
it's just
funny.
depressing and it's
Right.
just anxiety driven and everything like that. And not only that, it's just like when you're hiding containers.
Stop it.
Let me stop laughing
Wait,
because it's not
serious,
funny. Yes.
serious stuff right now.
It's not. Okay, it's not, but binging can get crazy. Like
Yes.
when you find yourself hiding containers
I'm trying not to laugh. Stop
over
it.
food that you've eaten, and then you hide the containers in the refrigerator because you know you're not gonna
Yeah, this is
and
a serious disorder,
right,
and I'm not. We're trying to keep it lighthearted,
right.
but yes, it's a
Because I
serious
don't wanna
thing.
cry through this.
Right.
This like, I've surpassed this, but this is what I'm saying. It's just like and then when you're, like, cleaning your house and you're like, "Oh, don't open the mini fridge." Because the mini fridge has all the
All the
deed
secrets.
right, it's like because sometimes, other people use my refrigerator, so it's like if they open the main refrigerator,
They're not gonna see
they're
nothing.
not gonna see anything, but if they open the mini fridge, whoa.
Whoa.
It's like the Chinese food's there, the Italian food's there, containers, just containers on stack of containers. And then I'm like, why do I have so many
First of all,
pieces of
binge
Tupperware?
eating outside is expensive, honey.
That's another thing, right? It's just like, where's my money going to? Oh, right, my
Food.
binging, right? And then the thing is, it's just like it gets even crazier because it's just like I also don't like going to places. So when you're binge eating, you also don't want these people to know because it's like this hidden secret. I'm telling you. So then it's just like, oh, so not only is it expensive because you're eating food from the outside, right? And you
Right.
should be cooking at home. But no, I'm not going to do that because if I go cook at home, possibly somebody may be able to see me
Right.
versus the step of, okay, now I'm going to Uber Eats it so that they
Now
don't
we're
know.
now we're adding on more
Right.
fees, honey.
Delivery fees.
Them delivery fees add up.
Right. So it's just like, where is all my money going to? To my binging. Literally, to my binging. So that's what I'm saying. It's been a process.
Yeah.
But again, I was conscious during all of that.
Mhm.
But it's just like one day I was literally cleaning out the mini fridge and and this has happened several times before. But I just looked at it and I was just like, "Oh God." And I was literally like in that moment of like sincere disgust. And I was just like, no, like, no, sis. Like, seriously, no, sis. Because it's just like, this is too much. And then I was like, but like everybody's in the know, you, me, and the third person. Like we all know, like what you doing. And I think that's when it hit me. And I was like, I'm tired.
Mhm.
And kind of like even to the voice in my head, I'm like, aren't you tired of like alerting me? Because I know you want to stop. And then I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna hop onto.
Mhm.
But then it's like if I have to be completely transparent, I was just like, okay, and me being the procrastinator that I am, I still like was
Tiptoeing.
tiptoeing into that decision. I was doing my weigh-ins, I was doing everything that I needed to do, but at the same time, I didn't really stop binging, which made me gain weight
Oh,
even
we're
more.
going there right now.
Oh, we're being completely transparent. Like,
Let's do it.
let's
Let's do
let's let
it.
it do what it do. Okay.
Let's do it.
Because yes, I did it. Honestly, I got away with murder because I didn't have to do my weigh-ins in person.
Mhm.
Because had that been the case, I no, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it because I didn't change my habits until I had to.
Right. Ooh, don't go into too much of that yet, because that's
Mhm.
a whole different episode, but go ahead.
I can't until I had to. She's like, she has this whole
I have a whole season
itinerary.
planned for y'all because this is saucy.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. But regardless, like I made the decision and then when I had to, I was like enough. Because also when I was younger, I needed binging as a coping mechanism because I
Mhm.
couldn't regulate
Your
what I was
emotions.
feeling.
Right.
Right. At this stage, it's just habit.
Yeah.
It's just habit. And that's the difference. It's
Mhm.
just like, because I'm sure people heard like, oh, well, you were still binging all the way till the end. Yes, but that was habit. That wasn't because of necessity. It's two
Right.
different things. Because when you need it, that is something that you're doing without being conscious. Like
Right.
there was moments and times that there was like complete blackouts.
Mhm.
No, later on in life, I was doing like sis was very conscious and knows that it's happening, but it was because of habit because that had been my blankie for such a long time,
Right.
and I didn't wanna drop the blankie.
Mhm.
So, it's just crazy. But I guess
That's how we got here.
that's how we got here.
That's listen to you. First of all, you guys, we've had this conversation on numerous occasions, but never to this
Clarity.
transparency. Right, exactly. Like I'm laughing with her, but in my head I'm like, "Dang, like this is a lot." It's a lot, but
Mhm.
what I got from all of this was you need to save your own life.
Right.
Like that was the final decision maker was like almost as if like if I don't change this, I'm going to die. Like it's going to kill me.
But yes, but the change happened because I switched the idea of how I was living and who I was living for.
Mhm.
Because I completely, in my entire life, 360'd and decided, "Well, Imma put me first." And that
I
also.
think that's a 180. Technically, if you do a
Oh, right,
360,
right, right,
end up
yeah,
back to
1A,
where
I'm sorry, yeah,
my
back to the
bad. I
same
don't my
thing.
math don't be mathing on most
Yeah,
parts, but for that it does.
yeah, no, you're right. Thank you. It's like, no, I didn't come back, but the 180 happened and it clicked in my head, I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to pick me first."
Right.
And that changed everything as far as, like, where I saw my career going, where, how I dictate my time, what
Mhm.
boundaries I started setting up, how I started communicating with individuals, what information I started releasing. I
Mhm.
became very, very private on what I was deciding. Like, I mean, I was
I'm about
always
to say she's
very.
always been private. Let's be clear.
Right, but as far as, like, private with my time, private with my comments,
Right.
like, there were things that I it's just, like, before I felt like I needed to say, like, no longer because it was just, like,
Yo, that is
established.
such a I don't know about y'all, but for me, that learning that part
Mhm.
has been such a relief.
Right.
It's like a lot has just been lifted off my
Mhm.
shoulders because it doesn't even deserve my response.
Right. And that's crazy because, like, sometimes you're like, "You mean I don't have to say anything?"
Right.
So, like, you mean, like, when somebody asks me something and I feel like it's stepping over my boundaries, I don't have to address it. Like, I could just pretend and they'll just understand.
Right.
Like, that to me didn't click before because those individuals were so close to me that I felt like I always owed somebody an understanding of
Mhm.
what my situation was.
Right.
But the truth is, I don't. You know who
Nope.
I owe an understanding to? Myself. That's it.
Absolutely.
If I'm okay with it, it's okay.
Absolutely.
And if I die from it, it's okay too. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, but I stopped answering those questions. And then it's funny because throughout this whole thing, like even towards the end of it, right? Because obviously I just disclosed that I had been binging for that whole time. When it came time to like the deadline
Right.
of like, hey, so there's no more virtual whatever. You have to actually come and do this, that, and the third beforehand. I panicked. I
Mhm.
panicked because I hopped on the scale and I was like, oh my goodness, dear Lord, what did I do to myself? Right? and like I knew I had gained weight,
Right.
but I didn't think I gained weight like that. And and I remember it's just like I secretly just started um doing the steps that I needed to make my weight.
Right.
And I didn't disclose anything to anybody. And I remember talking to Lex one day and I was like dying on the phone. I'm like, I want to tell her because like it's driving me insane. Like I have so much anxiety. And Lex is like, yeah, sure, because of the surgery. I'm like, you don't understand. That's not why. I was like, it's like, girl, I have 30 pounds to get off
And
this
I was like,
body.
"No way."
And then, but yeah, finally, I told you. And then, yeah, Lex was like, no. I was like, yes.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, is that you didn't tell me the number. I didn't know the number until today or yesterday.
No, I told you the number the day that Red was here.
No.
Yes.
That
I
was
mean, you didn't do the math.
recent.
I
Well, yeah,
right.
exactly, right. But
You
my
didn't
point
do
is
the
like
math.
it didn't click until I think it was yesterday we were having that conversation, right?
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
was just
Hmm.
like, "Oh, like you did like but it didn't click."
Right.
And I
But
was like,
it
"Yeah."
was because I think I was so ashamed of myself at that point because I'm like, Dora, you could have done this so differently and you have the tools. It's not that I don't know. It's funny.
But that's why you're having the surgery
Right.
though. Like or again, this is what I'm taking from the conversation is the fact that one is permanent.
Hmm.
Right? So once you do this, you're gonna have such a small stomach
Right.
that you won't be able to consume that much. This is a life-changing surgery.
Right.
It's not about weight loss. It's about a mental life change.
Right.
Because people think, oh, I've heard it so many times, like, oh, people take the lazy way out or the easy way out, or et cetera, et cetera. You guys have no idea the
No.
mental stress that goes this
Right.
into this type of surgery. And obviously, I'm not experiencing it uh, firsthand, but through Dora, I've seen it. Like I've seen it, and I suffer from my own things with emotional eating, but that's different. It's like binge eating is dangerous.
Hmm.
Like it's really dangerous, and sometimes it can't be controlled. Like there's no reform that can happen mentally to stop you. That you need to go to this extent
Hmm.
to save yourself.
Hmm.
And that's just what I'm getting from this is like you literally have to physically change to mentally progress.
Right. But I will say this. I think if you're not aware and conscious of your binge eating, like if you're still in that state, I would not advise to have this surgery because
Because you're
it's
not
two different.
mentally ready.
No, because exactly. I mean, I was in a different perspective where I was aware of my situation, meaning I can control it because it was no longer holding me captive. I was holding myself captive because I was holding on to that habit.
Well, because you're now conscious you're
Right.
conscious of
Right.
what's happening versus
Exactly.
subconsciously eating everything.
So I want to be very clear. If you have not, and they tell you like you have to go to therapy, like literally there is. Well,
Whole
I
different
don't.
topic for
Okay,
a different
yes,
day.
okay.
Relax. Don't give them all the
but
tea.
but what I will say is they will look out for that because if you're currently in that state of I just binge eat, but I just black out and I'm not conscious of it and everything like that, this would not be the surgery for you
Right.
because honestly, that's like a death sentence.
Mhm.
Like
Stages.
yes, you can
Stages.
ruin your whole life
Yeah.
by doing so.
We're gonna end this here. Cause there's a
Yes.
lot of sauce that I'm ready to, hear her give y'all. And I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. I just want like y'all don't understand. Y'all haven't if you have gone through it, then maybe you understand. But if you're just an outside looking in, it's like, yo, I am so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
It has been so amazing, like watching you get here. And I didn't understand it at first. I didn't because I'm like, girl, I've watched you lose this weight before. What are you talking about? Like, relax. It's not that big of a deal. But when you went into the story of your binge eating before, y'all, me and Dora have been friends for so long, but I didn't know it. I didn't know
Right.
it because she didn't allow anybody to know it. So when that came out and now we're here, I'm just like, this is not about weight loss. This is not about body image. This is about saving yourself physically
Right. And
and
also
mentally.
meeting myself of where I am now. Like,
Yes. Oh my God.
yeah.
Being able to meet yourself where you're at.
Right. this is where I am now. I'm conscious. I no longer need it as a coping mechanism. So it's just getting rid of all the horrible traumatic experiences before. Or at least that's the way that I
This is
observe
a
it.
big deal.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. I just want to say this on the air because I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. I didn't understand it before, again, but just going through this with you, this journey has been so eye-opening, and I'm
Mhm.
so excited for what's to come because one, I know that you have the discipline needed and know that you have what you need inside of you to get through this journey and this process. But being able, like, thank you for just allowing me to be a part of this. Y'all don't even
Aw.
understand. I'm about to start crying, but we ain't gonna cry on this air. I'm so
This
happy
is
for
a
you.
happy
This is
episode.
a very happy episode. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you, and
Y'all
I
heard about the containers in
cannot
the mini fridge.
wait. I cannot wait. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are ready to be a part of this bariatric journey, tune in to Dora's IG. Let's talk with Buhandi,
Right.
right?
And
All
also
right.
my TikTok.
And sis has a TikTok just for this. If you
Yes.
really want to follow the journey through and through and you're just so curious about it, go follow her. Let's talk with Buhandi. It's simple.
And if you have any questions, I mean, I've recently gone through this, but I'll have some answers, whatever I can. Because some people are just curious.
Right. That's what
And
I'm
some
saying.
people might be interested in getting
Some
it.
people might be interested in like
Right.
because they want to get it. And then some people just might I was just curious outside looking. I'm
Mhm.
like, girl, I need to know all the secrets. I mean, girls out, but I just want to know.
Right.
So yes, if you are interested, go follow her. I'm so excited. And obviously follow us at So You Were Saying _ on Instagram and then So You Were Saying on TikTok. Until next time.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.